I've always known my man was a mommy's boy. Like he's extremely very close to his mom. And he has told me from the beginning of the relationship that his mother is his best friend. This was not really a big issue for me because I was also close to my mom. So we dated for 1 year before I met her. And by that time, I was head over heels in love with her son. Before I met her, I knew she spoke to her son every day. I mean, like morning, afternoon, evening. I've tried several times to say hi to her over the phone, but she preferred to see me personally before we talked. My man doesn't play with his mom at all, and that is because he was raised by her alone. His dad left them when he was very young. Now, after 1 year, I finally got to meet her, and then we traveled from the city to his hometown. His mother lived with her sister and his niece. They welcomed me wholeheartedly and we were served water and then drinks and later food. This woman seems to be so nice. We spoke about her family and then she asked about my own family. Everything was going well at this point until she called me privately to her room that we should chat or we should talk about some things. The first thing she told me was that I was a very beautiful lady and I was going to be a beautiful grandchildren for her. I just smiled because it was a compliment. Then she took out a book, like I'm not even kidding. She brought out a very big notebook. This book contains instructions on how to relate with her son. She told me her son has decided I was the one he was going to marry. He loves me, so she has no option than to accept me. She said she knew her son better than anyone else. So before I get married to her son, I need to know things that makes him happy, things that make him sad and angry, things he likes and things he does not like. At this point of the conversation, I was asking myself if I was dreaming. Like I've never heard of a mother doing this before, like never. And especially with this kind of big book with instructions. This was a huge red flag that I should have seen, but I was stupid. I just told myself that it was just a mother caring for her son. I just wanted to It was just her trying to care for her own son, and there was no harm in it. I was just telling myself this. In fact, the thing she was going to tell me in the book might help our relationship. So I thought. I just smiled after she opened the notebook. The first instruction was that I was to maintain my body shape throughout the marriage. She said that obviously because her son loved swimming with my body shape, and that was why he proposed to me in the first place. She said that it was my responsibility as the woman to maintain my shape throughout the marriage so that her son doesn't look elsewhere. She said it would be my fault if her son cheats on me when I gain weight, so I should always diet and exercise to keep her son always happy. This woman telling me to always be in shape for her son was a very fat woman, oh. Like not the normal fat though. She was very, very fat. I guess I should have left at this point, but I was in love, so I stayed and listened to the next instruction. The second instruction shocked me to the core. Like when my mother-in-law to be started reading the next instruction, I wondered if I heard her right. Like I didn't know sons and mother talked about issues like this. This woman told me that she knew all the exposition that her son liked. Like yes, you heard me very right. I mean all the exposition. In fact, her son had told her that he has been trying some with me and I wasn't getting them right. She said that I need to work harder to please her son. When she started listing the names of the exposition, I opened my mouth in shock because this is getting serious. At this point, I already told myself that this might not work, but let me respect her and listen to all that she had to say. After listening to the list of positions she mentioned, these were positions that I wasn't comfortable with, and these were awkward positions. And I told her, but still, he still went ahead to tell his mom. So by the time she finished reading the second position, the next instruction was that I was supposed to give birth to a male child first. Yes, you heard me right. I was supposed to turn into a magician and give birth to a male child first. At this point, I was angry and I didn't know what to do. I tried to tell her that I asked her if she knew that it was in her son's position to decide whatever I give birth to. She said yes, that her son is capable of giving me a male child first, that my responsibility was just to carry the baby and bring out the baby. Now I'm confused. What should I do, guys?